All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully, the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies, you aren't consumed. You know, we're alive in the Most High in your house shall His body, and we're naturally alive, man. And it's good though, man. I was just talking about this with my homie, man. It's like being each day, man, is supposed to be what the Lord wants us to be, man. What the Most High in your house shall wants us to be, man. So, you know, that Colossians kill off the old man, died to the old man daily, man. So, hey man, I just want to go into this, man, because you know what? Shout out to the brother sent me a firstborn, man, because we were talking about this. They were actually talking about this. The brother they was talking about this yesterday in the class, man, because I was actually just thinking about this earlier this week, man. How like of course, because we probably gonna go over Cain a lot today, a little bit, just a little bit. Um, Not too much, man, but how the mercies over the law, man, pretty much, man. We kind of, and also to kind of combine this with the way it came, pretty much, like because we kind of started a little series on here on that, but yeah, man, because think about you know with Cain real quick, man. Let's just think about that because yeah, let's get it, man. Genesis 4, and also too like how mercy's over the law, and also too like you see, also too with that precursors of the law, man. Because technically, like if you really want to think about it, like I was just thinking about this earlier. It's like on my way to work. Not to be too vivid, I was kind of thinking about it in the shower, like on my way to work. I probably should have kept this myself, but anyway, because the Most High House tells us to meditate on the word, and like a lot of times too. So I try to do that a lot of times. See, that's where most of the times these videos come from, man. Like I'm one, like actually, pat, like no, through studying the word, reading the word, like or real conversations to have with people in the word or outside the word, or like past life experiences, current things I'm going through, yeah, what other brothers and sisters are going through, or like sometimes even like in like watching movies, TV, or like in the sports world or this current event or whatever is going on. I like that's what the Most High Yahshua said, acknowledging Him in all your ways. But also too, this could be looked at as the law pre Moses, and pretty much because the law was around, going to the city of refuge, but also too this goes into like the the uh, the city of refuge, and also too how mercy is over the law. Because this is pretty much after Cain, what you call him, Cain, what you call him, leaves to pretty much after Cain killed Abel, slays Abel, he and after he was told to leave, man. So let's get this Genesis chapter 6 to 4 and 16. It says, and Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod, and on the east of Eden. It says, and Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch, and he builded a city and called the name of the city after his son Enoch. So yeah, actually no, let's grab this inside right. We're gonna grab that inside right. But also too, man, notice how let's grab this, man. Like um let's look at this too, man, because but this goes to show you how the mercy is over the law, but also too, and how a lot of times too this happens to a lot of people that commit murder, that kill, that like let's get Genesis chapter 4 verse 13. It says, and Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater that I can bear. So like because it says he'll be that's crazy because I was watching The Fugitive with Harrison Ford yesterday. Let's read verse 12. It says and when thou tillest the ground, it shall not contend forward and yield to her strength. And a fugitive and a vagabond thou shalt be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. So yeah, man, that's just is what it is. And also too, man, but doesn't the Most High House, then they say, listen, they don't give you more than you can bear. So that goes into that Sarai 14, like and a lot of times too, this happens with people that have killed, murdered, all that type of things, man. Like it gets to their conscience, man. It's just like part of that, man, because it's just like the video we did a while back, man, with the from Tales of Hood, Crazy K, like, but Cain still never repented. But see, that's where that pride kicks in, man. Because honestly, because he knew. Let's look at this in Sirach real quick. Actually, we're gonna look at some couple things in Sirach real quick, man. With this, because the building of the city, I want to get into this building of the city scripture. Um, Yeah, I want to get this too because it says, see, yeah, okay. Ecclesiastes, this lines up with verse 17. Let's read this again. It says, Genesis 4:17. It says, and Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch, and he builded a city and called it this name of the city after his son Enoch. So yeah, let's get this Ecclesiastes Sirach chapter 40 verse 19. It says, children in the building of a city continue a man's name, and but a blameless wife is counted above them both. So yeah, so see we see that children in building your city continues a man's name. So yeah, man. So let's grab this in Sirach 14 though, man, because that's how you know it's, can't you know his conscience condemned him, man. Like we see this a lot of times too, man. But because it was I was watching Watchmen for Israel a while back, some years ago. They did a class. It was like probably 2, 3, and they talk about how a leader of a gang member, he had murdered somebody, and after he did it, he had nightmares of it, and I'm pretty sure that probably happened with Cain, or their conscience condemned, where they feel like something's going to happen to him, man. So let's get this. Ecclesiastes chapter 14 verse 2. It says blessed is he whose conscience had not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope, who is I'm sorry, let me read this again. Blessed is he whose conscience has not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord. So yeah, this kind of goes into the boldness that we should have when it comes to salvation, man. That's why Hebrews says, "Cast not away your confidence." This kind of going to something else, but I just really want to focus on the conscious condemning part, because that's what it is. But it happened with Cain, but it did, but but you could tell. But his pride, he never repented of it though. He just didn't he moved on. It's like, yo, when he realized what he did was he had the moment okay, wow, I just did that, and my punishment. He was more focused on his punishment rather than actually what his actions was though, because he didn't really, because after Lloyd said, "Am I my brother's keeper?" He didn't really feel bad for killing his brother. It was just the punishment, similar to the Esau or the Saul type. They all are that line. It's all the Satan's line, kind of let's get this Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh, and his heart turned away from his maker. So yeah, pride, and also too, with this is a verse to go perfectly with Cain as well. Pride was not made for men, nor fear is angered for them that are born of a woman. And what's in Psalm 10:3 says, listen, out of fear is anger that Cain killed Abel, man, and that's all envy and his hatred, his evil eye, So yeah, and Cain was carnal, of course, man. He just same thing with Esau and all that same type of deal. But yeah, but you could tell that yeah, man, because he knew that that wasn't dealing with that and dealing with him anymore, and also too because the Most High House doesn't put too much on us that we can't bear, and and Cain felt that. So listen, but my point being is that this goes to show you how the mercy, even how is he tells the end from the beginning, of course, in the end, man, because even what does it say in Matthew 5 and 45, the Most High House shall make his sun shine on just and the unjust, and the Most High House shall die for the just and the unjust, man. So even with this, man, but even in this, the Most High and Yahushua kept him alive, but that just goes to show you the mercies over the law. But also too, man, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. But he kept him alive. But this goes in. Yeah, let's go to Proverbs real quick, because you could be alive, but naturally, but but spiritually be dead. So the Most High in your house, listen, I forgive you, but I'm not messing with you no more, man. I'm kind of good on you after that. I always think of when I think of Cain and Abel now, I mean Cain, the story of Cain, or Cain and Abel, but Genesis 4, Cain, well, especially when the Most High, after he kills Abel and what he says to Cain, I always think about Ving Rhames in Pulp Fiction, what he says to Bruce Willis' character. He said, listen, as far as there's you and me, there is no you and me no more. You lost your LA privileges, and he let him go. So kind of similar to I think we did a video on that, kind of similar to Cain, probably with I speak as a man, with the Most High house, I said to Cain, listen, probably listen, like, all right, cool. Nobody gonna do nothing to you, but I'm kind of done with you. I'm not really dealing with you. So yeah, you had your chance, but I'm kind of good on you. You can live your life, go ahead, but I'm just good. So and he just didn't have it. The Most High House Spirit, man. He didn't have the Holy Spirit. He just didn't have um, yeah, man. So also too, we're gonna get the city of refuge as well, because we're gonna Proverbs 21:16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in congregation of the dead. So yeah, like naturally, like that's like we always open up with naturally, like Cain was alive, but he wasn't alive in the Most High House. He was alive in the spirit. He wasn't alive at all. He's dead, but naturally he was alive. But yeah, let's go back to the Genesis chapter 4:16. It says, and Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod and the east on the east of Eden. So yeah, you can see like Numbers 15 real quick, and this is go show you how mercy is over law, because Cain was really supposed to die. He was really supposed to die, and also too, even he didn't die. Also through the mercy. That's why I say through mercies. We always talk about. We always bring out the Lamentations through His mercy you are consumed. It's like even in that He provided him a city of refuge, and city of refuge is for people that it didn't mean for people that accidentally killed somebody. It wasn't like people that, because Cain, like he was the first murder, and his part of that caused the flood. So that was it's actually now like what Yahushua said, like it shall be as the days of Noah, just like the earth, and and during the days of Noah, the earth was filled with violence, because who started that? Cain. So just like we see all the killing, there's nothing new under the sun. Just like we see all the murder rates and killings and all that stuff happening now, it was the same thing back then with during the times of Noah. And that all started with what? Cain. So actually let's get this wisdom of Solomon 10 real quick, man. So this is with that, but that just goes to show you how Sirach 18 says, and how Lamentation says, through His mercies we are consumed, man. Because yeah, man. Because even not only did He do that, but He provided him a city of refuge, man. In that, so yeah. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10 verse 3. It says, but when the unrighteous, talking about Cain, went away from her in his anger, yeah, and also how it's lining up with the Proverbs 21, but we just read, went out the way of understanding. In his anger, he perished. Also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother. So yeah, furious anger is not made for men. Verse 4, it says, for whose caused the earth from being thrown in with the flood? Wisdom again preserved it, and directed the course of the righteous, and a piece of wood of small value. So yeah, that goes into the of course Noah's Ark, and that water, that water is that wisdom that preserved it, man. It's the spirit, and also to the God preaching of faith, which, because Noah was a preacher as well. So yeah, man, but this all ties into that, man. This all goes to show you how, His mercies, is above the law, man. And also too, how the Most High even looks out for the just and the unjust, man. That's why our people don't even understand. Shout out to brother Kwame Calling Shalom said, listen, even for me, even for me, and not only me, you brothers and sisters as well. Certain things that I done, I'm just should just be dead for. I wasn't living the crazy 2 months life at the time, but just of unbelief, or just my viewpoints before other Most High House job before this, the word and things of that nature. But even just living not godly, and pretty much, I know more brothers and sisters that have that came from worse backgrounds and had worse lifestyles, from that, man. And that's why, but see. That's why He said, Yahushua said, listen, the kingdom, the harlots and publicans are going to go before you, man, because they realize that, listen, I'm not supposed to be alive right now, so I'm going to go 1,000 times more with the Most High Yahushua with my walk and faith with them. So yeah, man, that's just is what it is, though. But yeah, man, that's what our people don't understand, man. Because listen, that time you survived that car accident, brothers that was in the street, you survived that shootout, or you survived that that near death surgery, or anything, man. That's what our people had to realize, man. That was all through the Most High Yahushua's mercy, man. Whether we in the word, out the word, man. So And also, too, of course, things is a time and chance. But listen, that was just like the brother Kwame Call perfectly said, though. That's what people don't even realize, though, man. But yeah, man, let's get this Numbers 14 and verse 15. It says, "These 6 cities shall be a refuge, both for the children of Israel and for the stranger, and for the sojourner, and among them to everyone that killeth any person unawares may flee thither." So yeah, man. But the Most High House I provided Cain with a city of refuge, and he didn't do it unwillingly. He willingly did. He was the first murderer ever that happened, and that caused a flood, man. So like that. So yeah, man. That's just is what it is, man. So that just goes to show you the mercies of him. Man, let's get this Joshua 21. Then we're gonna close out, man. So yeah, man. I just want to get into this, man, because it's very, very important, man. Joshua 21. I think it's Joshua 20 and verse 20. Joshua verse. This whole chapter is about this. Joshua 20 verse 2. It says, "Speak to the children of Israel, saying, Appoint you cities of refuge, where I spake unto you by the hand of Moses." Verse 3, that the slayer that killeth any person unawares and unwittingly may flee thither, and they shall be your refuge from the avenger of blood. So yeah, also let me say this as a side, like the brother Assembly Firstborn said, like it's natural a lot of times too, because like a lot of times like we not in the law, we're not supposed to hold a grudge or or want vengeance of the Lord. But don't get it twisted though, because that's what makes the Most High, the word so beautiful, and the Most High your house shall so just on point, man. Just so like real, man. Because listen, and naturally, man, when something happens to a loved one, to something like that you care about, like especially something like that, of course, like if we see we see it like where we're at in this captivity in our communities each and each day, man. Like you see that, you want that get back, you want that, because listen, you're human. It happens, man. You want to do something, man. Like but see, that's why like that goes to show you the power of the Most High, Yahweh Shah's mercy, man. Like and that's why David had a mind of he had the mind of the Most High Yahweh. He was a man after their own heart, man, because how merciful he was. But even he had moments of like especially like with I don't know. That's more he had that holding the ball thing is a little different. That wasn't really over. Well, it could be like that, but yeah, man, it just goes to show you that, like their heart is bigger than ours, man. Because listen, it's going natural. You're gonna want to do something, man. But we're just not supposed to, man. Because a lot of times too, because like that's where we gotta be all things to all men to like understand that perspective. Because we see it a lot of times too, like these street cliques, gangs, and like in the street life, man, we see that, man, a lot of times too. That's why a lot of killings going back and forth, and because it really doesn't make sense at the end of the day. But also too, but it's like, okay, listen, it's that spirit of vengeance. It's kind of natural, but because even if somebody do something, did something to me, because like do something to me or y'all brothers and sisters, like most of the time, like even if how much like I me personally, I try to move and let it slide, but still it's naturally you don't want to do that, man. So that's just a natural feeling as well. Because a lot of times too, like especially me, this for me, like when I first come into word, actually yeah, to one of my little homies back like a few years ago, I was telling him about that, man, when somebody had a problem with God, and I read him side right, hey, like, listen, bro, we're not supposed to like make fun of or like laugh at something like that, man. I read it, I told him about it the word. I didn't quote verbatim, I didn't read it to him, but I just quoted it to him. I kind of said it in a roundabout way, but he kind of still didn't get it at the time. But now he kind of more mature. Now I'm kind of actually got to speak to him, reach out to him. But my thing is too, I can't look at that, like say for a situation like that and not realize, well, one, you're not supposed to make fun of anybody would pass away, but him having that, like, say if he was alive, or like say that spirit of vengeance, like I can't say like I don't understand that, because listen, it's in like flesh and blood that's going to happen. But even the law kind of mentions that. But still, vengeance is of the Lord at the end of the day, man. And it's best to do that, because actually it's just because it's rooted in love. It's like, all right, man, like just at the end of the day, man, like even Proverbs says, killing with kindness, like that's heaping coals of fire on their head. And even for that sake, man, you just do it just like, all right, it's just so good, because there's power in letting things slide and like being merciful, man, because you want to have power with the Most High Yahweh. So yeah, man, but that's really it on that, man. Hopefully this is edifying. We are brothers and sisters, so peace.